Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. Now, if you ever find yourself losing your way when you go from one time frame to the other, let's say you're on the daily time frame and then you get down to the 4 hour, suddenly you don't know what to do, or you looked at the weekly time frame, you knew what to do, but now on the daily and the H4, you don't know what to do. It seems you're lost. In today's episode, I am going to teach you how to use multiple time frames and how to be sure of what to do when you're looking at each time frame. So let's get into the chart. Now, this is the weekly time frame of the Euro USD. Now let's get rid of everything we have on the chart. Looking at Euro USD on the weekly time frame, we can observe something very simple. Yes, we might have been coming from this aggressive push to the upside here, where you have this impulse correction and then a completion here. But then I want you to pay attention to the fact that when we look at recent price action, this is weekly chart. Each candle here is 1 week, so this is a lot of candles. You look at this, you see, okay, fine. We traded high. This is the highest point of this candle. And then from there, we traded to the downside. And what did we do? We broke structure here. We broke structure. Now, if we identify the fact that we have broken structure on the weekly time frame, assuming all of this has not happened, we want to take our Fibonacci tool and then measure out the optimal trade entry. When we measure that out, we can clearly see that we have a consolidation happening between 62% and 79%. That is where we have the consolidation. And when you draw that out, if you go backwards, you're going to find support and resistance at that level. This is resistance, 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 bit of support, and mostly resistance. But this is the 62% to 79% retracements that we have here on Euro USD. And then from there on the weekly time frame, what happened? The market sold off. And when we sold off, we also see that we got to this low and we had another break in market structure right here. Now, we have broken market structure to the downside. We label that break of structure. Then we get down here. We also label this break of structure. Now, we take the same tool because it's a rinse and repeat process. You're doing the same things over and over. We take the same tool, then we go from high to low. And when we go from high to low, we also want to pick out the same 62%. This line here to this top right here. Now, what do? We go back somewhere in here. Let's make sure that we're right. Okay, yeah. So this is the 62% to 79% Fibonacci level. If we go back in time, we can also see that some way, somehow, there is a bit of support and resistance in that level. This is support. This is all support, wicks, rejection, resistance, bit of support, resistance. And this was the last zone that we sold off from. Support here, resistance here. You get the drill. Now, what that now tells us is that on the weekly time frame, we have identified a certain zone where the weekly candles or the weekly bullish run, because all of this, you see these candles, these are bullish candles heading into this zone. We have identified a point where the weekly candles can potentially begin to reverse, because from what we have, you can see how from all of this zone, we had all these blue candles, and then suddenly it got to this zone, it slowed down and turned around. We're expecting this same zone here to hold as well. So we want to box in this zone. We want to mark this zone in and say, okay, at this point, we are expecting price to begin to reverse or begin to turn around. So the next thing we want to do is you've identified it, you've used the Fibonacci. Well, now you can lock this one in here. So we've seen this level, we've identified it on the weekly, we've seen direction, we've seen where we're likely going to turn around. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to get down to the daily time frame. When we get down to the daily time frame, anyone who has been with us or who has gone through us at Chikwado Trading Academy, or gone through our lessons, or gone through our classes, you understand that for us, we trade around liquidity. And now I can see buy side liquidity here. I can see another buy side liquidity here. The next things I want to do is I want to mark in this and then mark in this next buy side liquidity. So I have these two zones dialed in. This is the first point where we're likely to take the sell from, and the second point where we're likely going to take the sell from. Now, we have identified, you can see that we have used each of these zones for specific things. We use the weekly time frame to identify where we're heading to. or where we're going to, or to determine direction. Also, we can also use the daily, depending on what time frame you're trading. We can also use the daily to determine that. We've used the daily to also determine the direction of where we are. And right now, when we take a sell here on the daily, when we take a sell here on the daily, we would be taking the sell knowing fully well that we have the backing of the weekly time frame. We're not just taking that sell in there. We are taking the sell knowing fully well that that is a strong weekly sell zone. Or if it's a buy we want to take, we are taking the buy knowing that that is a strong weekly buy zone. Now, we've marked that in. Of course, we want to wait for the next point or where structure might break. That's the low there, where the next points of break of structure will be. We want to have that dialed in. So the next thing we want to wait for is we want to wait for price to reach this high or reach this high. We have identified that. That's where we're likely going to take the sell from. But then you are a short-term trader. You're not going to, sit on your hands for the next 2-3 weeks waiting for price to do one thing. What you now do is we've identified the zone. We can also still see that this side is still bullish. Now, when we get down to the 4-hour, we have clarity. And one of the clarities we have is that right here on the 4-hour, we have a break-in market structure. We have a break of structure here. And one of the things we can conveniently do is that we can take our Fibonacci tool and measure out this zone. Now that we've measured out this zone, you can see this is the high we want to take the sell from. We want to take a sell from here. We want to take a sell from here. But we can't just get down to the 4-hour, which now serves as a time frame where we actually see our setup from, because there are different kinds of things. You need direction, setup identification, and then you need execution. You need to see your direction, where you're heading to, identify your setup, and then execute. These three things, there has to be time frames designed to do them. You have to assign a time frame to each one. And then here, we come on the H4. This is the time frame where we spot our setup. But because we have not traded into the zone where we're likely going to look for the sell from, what do? We are still long. We are still bullish. So you cannot be emotionally attached to one side of the game. We are still bullish. So what do? We come in here. Want to mark from here. We want to mark out the 62 to 79 again. We're marking this zone. And yes, this is it. Of course, if you look at this zone as well, if you're a support and resistance trader, you know that there is support and resistance across the board as well. There's equally this breaker in here. Does this qualify as a breaker? Let's see if that low was taken. Yes, this qualifies as a breaker block, because for it to be a breaker block, it has to take out liquidity. So this took out liquidity. Very, very fantastic breaker there. So now we have this zone. So this is the zone where we're likely going to look for our sell from. Now, sorry, our buy from. Now, of course, maybe you put the Fibonacci, you put your entry somewhere in here. Stop loss goes beneath this structural point. That's a 3-to-1. That's a 30 pip stop loss. You don't need it to be too tight. You just hit that. So now we have this zone. And then for me, I always like to make sure I have a 1-to-1 from where more than a 1-to-1 from where I'm entering versus where the highest point is. You can see from here, you have a 2-to-1 already. So if your 2-to-1 is ideal for you, yes, that's very good. Or you can equally just, slightly go above a 2-to-1 and just have the target right at that high there. So this would be exactly how you would potentially frame your setup. Now, by the time you do all of this, even if the trade turns out to be a losing trade, you have still done a fantastic job. You have still followed a process to your trading. And of course, this for us here is a break of structure. This one down here is simply a run on liquidity. So this is simply a run on liquidity. Right here above here, this is a break in market structure. Right above this point, this right here is a break of structure. Now you can see what we want to see is we want to see a market that potentially trades down into this zone, and then we want to get long from here. For now, we remain long. We are going to remain long until the market aggressively begins to shift structure. Because you can see here, we ran liquidity and then continue to go up and, of course, broke structure again. We want to see, remember, you have to see a 1, 2, 3 in order for you to confirm that. So that's a different story for a different day. So you can see that the higher time frame, which is this time frame right now, we've come down from the weekly down to the daily. Now we're on the H4. Now the H4 is clearly telling us the absolute setup that we are to look for. So right now, the H4 is telling us that right now, sorry, we are looking for sales here, but we are still long. Be careful, don't move yet. So that's what the H4 is saying. So right in here on the H4, we could still be looking for those beautiful buys from this zone. And when we now get into this box here, when we get into the zone, when we get into the zone right here, this is when we begin to look for the sales. And it is inside of this zone. But the moment we cross this line, that's when we hit that 62% level that we saw on the weekly, and even up to this point, it is inside of this zone that we could potentially begin to look for the breaks of market structure that will lead us into lower prices. By the time we see this sequence of events occur here, we trade above, we run this liquidity, we break structure, we trade back, we break again, then we can begin to get in at these points, putting the stop loss above the highs to actually now begin to trade to the lows. And when we are trading to the lows, because we have an understanding that is the weekly time frame that we are trading from, we are trading from a very, very high standpoint, we will have the confidence to actually hold this trade from here. This is how you frame long-term setup. If you manage to get in at these high stops above the high, this is when you can conveniently have an extended target to the lows, because you have done your homework and you're actually holding with respect to what the weekly time frame is telling you, versus coming, because if you now get in here, let's say you get into this lower time frame here, H4 here, and you now try to buy all the way to these highs here, maybe all the way to this high, knowing fully well that in the higher time frame there was a break of structure, and then the market pulled down aggressively. You cannot be doing that. You cannot be trying to buy and expect a very, very long play from this point, knowing fully well we have this pockets of resistance in all of these areas. So this is how you actually use multiple time frame in your analysis. The time frame, like I said in the beginning, there's a time frame to tell you the direction. By the time you've determined where you're heading to, then you move down to the time frame that tells you your setup. If you mark in your daily time frame, let's say you've marked in a certain time frame, maybe you are trading Euro USD shorts or you're trading it long, and you've seen a break of structure on the daily time frame, then you take your Fibonacci and mark out a certain zone where you would likely trade from. If this market were to continue bullish, if this market were to pull back with what I'm seeing here on the daily, since it is bullish on the daily time frame, where would I likely enter from? You mark in the daily time frame Fibonacci levels, and then you wait for the price to reach that level. When the price reaches that level, that's when you get on the H4 or H1 or whatever it is, however it is you're trading. Then you get on the H4 and now begin to look for your setup. I'm not going to show you the exact setup we look for here, but if for those of them who have come to our doors here at Chocodo Trading, the setup is absolutely open. We show you the setup that we like to trade, and everybody knows it, everybody sees it. The moment that there's a run on liquidity, the setup forms on the H4 time frame, we are looking for that execution. And of course, some people can execute on the H4, some can execute on the H1. It just depends on how they like to do it. But there's a defined time frame for direction. There's a defined time frame to identify your setup. You cannot identify your setup today on daily. Tomorrow you're identifying on weekly. Next tomorrow you're identifying on 15 minutes. Next tomorrow you're identifying on H1. No, that is not consistency. Consistency is there's a time frame that tells me where I'm going to. There's a time frame that tells me the setup, and then there's a time frame that tells me to get in. That is how you get consistent trading within these markets. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've liked this video, if this video has been of any value to you, please smash the subscribe button, like the video, share the video. It tells YouTube we're doing a good job so that we can wake the channel back up.